Hello, everybody. Hey, Ars, hello. How are you both doing? Kiru, Ninja, hello. Tater, Sophie, Airy, hello, Airy. Misty, Valicor, Cat Person, Moonlit, Spencer, Canada, hello. Hi, everybody. Sorry I was a little late today. Had some technical difficulties, but not actually with my computer this time. Just had something I was fixing around the house, and took me a little longer than I thought when I started the project. So, how are all of you doing? I hope you're doing well. Let me get this live chat up and running real quick. There we go. That should be going. Fake mod. Yes. Kirby is still a mod. Tired but happy. Yeah, I feel that, Kiru. My sleep schedule is not, as always, not fantastic. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I-Staxer? I-Star? But I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Just a little sleepy today, but hanging around the house. Kirby, you do help. You're not a fake mod. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate that I thought you were a fake mod. I was just saying what I was just amused by. Ours was all. You are very much a real real mod. Ari. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm not sure if there'll be too much interesting today. I'm not gonna do the character role plays like last time. Just a little too sleepy for that. But that will definitely be something coming back. We'll probably do that every once in a while. Anastasia, today is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. Just because I think I'm going to have people coming home a little bit earlier, so maybe about an hour-ish, roughly. But we'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. Ooh, Anderson. New books are always nice. What did you get? Anderson, yes, actually, I don't post my streams directly to my page, just because it gets kind of cluttered, especially with doing a stream every week. But if you check out, I believe in my playlists on my page, let me double check and make sure it's visible before I make any promises. But yes, if you click my playlists tab on my channel, there should be a live stream playlists. They're unlisted, so they don't show up in my videos, but they are in that public playlist. So you should be able to see all of my previous live streams in there. I know, Ari, ours was telling me that you were at level 42, and I was like, I'm so behind. I'm still not even level 25. Rose, happy birthday. I'm sorry you're not spending it in the best state, but I hope you recover quickly. I know, I was telling ours that I was like, Aries gonna swat us like flies with your power leveling. Somebody asked what kind of music do I like, and I kind of like stuff, like I said before, I kind of like just like one or two songs from a bunch of different artists, so there's no like one band that I really like or anything. There's probably the most consistent artist that I like is Hozier. I like stuff that kind of falls under that really general term of alternative. But yeah, Hozier, Gorillaz. I used to listen to a lot of Japanese rock music, but most of the music I listen to is much more chill now. I think I was talking to somebody in the server about this a little while back, and we described it as like swamp, like what was it? It was like Swamp Witch vibes music, something like that. Cat person, yeah. It's crazy how much of a difference good headphones can make. Like in hearing all the little details in music and everything. And Anastasia, we will definitely be getting more vampire audios. Finn is absolutely going to come back eventually. I'm not sure exactly when or how, but he certainly will be. Let's see. Ari, play the boss music. Let's see. Roxy, well, I'm glad you find it so relaxing. I do like manga. Well, I guess that's not a fair thing to say. I like anime. I will occasionally read manga, but not very often. Like really very rarely. Like maybe like one every like couple years. As far as like actually like reading through a series. The last thing I remember reading was The Ancient Magus Bride, and then before that was Dead Man Wonderland. I just don't I don't know, it's harder for me to sit and concentrate on reading manga for some reason. Voxtrot, I don't believe I listened to them, but I'm terrible with names, so your guess is as good as mine. Hey, Barney, hello. Metric, I have not heard of that band either, I don't believe. Yes, Tom, I used to listen to a lot of Visual Kei bands. I was kind of more into the Nagoya Kei scene. I was really into oh gosh, trying to remember these names, like how many years later. I think one of the bands was called Screw. There was Nine Goats Blackout, which was my favorite band name, like to this day. Dead Man. I mean, as far as Visual K, I listen to like some of the kind of standard stuff, Mojave, the Gazette, Duran Gray, those kinds of bands, but not as much anymore. Every once in a while. Polka Dot Stingray. I've never heard of them, but their name is like up there with Nine Goats Blackout. I love that name. Polka Dot Stingray. Stingy Ray? Do I improv my ASMR or do I make a script? Normally I will make a full script. I will improv like little bits, but I've been trying to improv more and more lately. Just because it's easier to get content out a little faster. So it's a little more efficient. The problem is I'm not particularly good at it. So working on that skill. Oh my gosh, Anastasia, if somebody recognized me from my voice alone, I would be probably more impressed than anything. Especially because I think I in real life I speak a little more casually than I do with my YouTube, so let's see. Yeah, flashbacks to my Visual K days. I know I have that every once in a while where I'm like, oh gosh. I start going through all my old music. Yeah, I was lucky enough to go see quite a few VK bands like in concert, like actually even fairly recently. I saw, when I was much younger, I saw Antic Cafe, I believe was the first concert I ever went to. And then there was Mojave I've seen a couple times, Duran Gray I've seen a couple times, and I just recently saw the Gazette. Not super recently, but within like the last like year and a half, I believe, because that was kind of the one band that I promised, like, if I ever had the chance to go see them, I would. Like, and that was like, you know, my 13-year-old self's promise to myself. And the first time they came to the US, I unfortunately was not able to go see them. But for their second US tour I was, so I jumped on that. Ours, yeah, I'm very excited for next Sunday. I think it's seeing all of the characters converge and being seeing them all in different situations and how they react together is really fun. Monsieur X Borden forever, yes. Barney, I'm so glad you're already on chapter 7. I haven't read or watched Beastars, but I've had it recommended to me. I do plan on watching it eventually. Got to the last chapter of Dead Man Wonderland. Yeah, with Dead Man Wonderland, I won't say like specific characters or anything. Like, I know it's like old, but just in case anybody like decides to watch it later or something. But the body snatching thing, once they introduced that, like the body swap deal, I was kind of less interested. I don't know, that's just a trope and stuff that I've never really liked. I don't know, or not, like it's like a power that I'm not crazy fond of. I don't know, something about it just feels really skeevy. I don't know. But it was still a really great manga though. Like, and I wish it had gotten a second season. It was so good. Skylar, I don't not like lo-fi music. It's not something I generally will pick out and listen to. I don't listen to a lot of music actually on my own. I'm not a huge music person. And it's more so that I just generally prefer silence around the house, which I know is like it weirds a lot of people out, but I prefer it to be like quiet as much of the time as possible. Obviously, like sometimes I'll like listen to books or watch a show or something. I don't necessarily mean like I never want any sound. I like it to be quiet around the house. The constant stimulation of like sound and music is a little much for me. Hollow Light, yeah, I know. We we went a little feral talking about like anime and stuff in the server last night. Oh, Ari, I didn't know you liked VK. That's very cool. Favorite animal, cat or snake, probably. The Orion Experience. Yes, actually, I do have a couple songs from them in my library, I believe. Let me see what I have from the Orion Experience, which is funny because I didn't realize that it was like one of their songs was like popularized in like iCarly. So I was like looking up the song on YouTube one time, and there was like some like iCarly stuff, and I was like, "Why is what? Where is this coming from?" It was Cult of Dionysus and Queen of White Lies were the two songs from them that I really like. Let's see. Studio Killers, I have not heard of them, I don't believe. 3 Days Grace, I've heard of them, but I haven't, I don't like listen to them or anything. Malice Miser, yeah. Oh gosh, Mana was he's a whole character. Yeah. Tame Impala. I will check them out, Ari. Thank you for the recommendation. There we go. Sterling roleplay. There will definitely be Sterling roleplay. Hopefully. I have to try and work on a script for him that is both in character and relaxing. Sterling is he's a quirky boy. I just saw Canada had to go. That was a while ago. Ugh, I'm behind in the chat. But belated goodbye, Canada. I hope you have a good day. Let's see. Okay, let's try and catch up. Does this not mean you're catfishing us? I'm not catfishing. Barney, don't expose me. Oh my god, Val, I know. I feel like when I talk, I feel like sometimes I say things, I'm like, God, I sound so old. Chat is one big conspiracy theory. Oh gosh. Just what we needed. Salem is actually Prince Sidon from Breath of the Wild. Gosh, I wish. I love Sidon. Yeah, the Gazette was really good live, Sophie. I don't think I've heard of Nocturnal Bloodlust, though. Let's see. Oh my... Val. Scav is actually Salem. We're back to the Scav Salem conspiracies. Cheesecake, you're not late. Thank you for coming. Anastasia. Anastasia asked, why don't I swear? And I just think it sounds a little grating in relaxing like audios and streams and stuff. Just for me personally, so I try to keep it off of the channel. But I do slip up every once in a while, probably like in like the VC and everything. Do you have a famous crush? I do not. Let's see. Yeah. Cat person said Salem feels like one of the people who has such a cute vibe and voice, but the moment he swears, he's terrifying. I don't think I'm generally a very terrifying person. Yeah, I'm not sure. My sister can be scary. She's very good at being intimidating. I don't know if I have that same skill. Let's see. Gosh, I'm very behind in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, I know. Table. A lot of people can't stand silence. I know I'm definitely in the minority. Ari, thank you so much. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, but thank you. You do more than enough with modding and helping out in the server and everything. I appreciate all of your help, but thank you. Okay, behind. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up so hard. Salem is not ADHD, gang. Yeah, constant stimulation is way too much. I think I'm like on the opposite end. Having stimulation for me is just, it's too much. It gets to be overwhelming. Ari, I really appreciate your support. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Robin, Darker Than Black. I have not, yes, actually, a long time ago, I watched like one episode of Darker Than Black. I didn't dislike it or anything. I just never continued it for some reason. But, oh, I just saw somebody say bye to Acid. So if you're still here, bye, Acid. Thank you for coming. I know, Ari is so sweet. You're more you're more than generous, Ari, and it's very much appreciated. Killing Stalking was not like, I didn't think it was like something bad for people to read or anything, but it was very much not my speed. I'm not really into thrillers or horror stuff or anything that much. I used to be really into horror movies, but I don't listen to them much anymore. Skillet, have not listened to. Gremlins, just as like a general thing? No opinion on Gremlins. I can't remember if I've listened to Obsessed With You by or Inexperience, but I may have. Ours, about the Greek god collab. I was literally thinking like the same thing while I was listening to the video. I was like, I think that would be fun, but of course I would have to talk to Hollow about that and everything. But it was a fun idea. Okay. Banana Fish, have not watched it, have heard about it, know what happens. Not sure if I want to watch it. It looks very good though. I will probably end up watching it one day. Cat person said me swearing would have a welcome to the Shadow Realm Jimbo vibe. Let's see. Which character do I think I most like? I don't know if I really like any of my characters. Let me remind myself of what characters I actually have. Literally every time you guys ask me a question about my channel, I just want you to know I actually have to go to my channel to look. I would say, I think I've talked about this before. I don't really think I relate that much to any of them. I would say maybe Nox, because I can be a little high-strung sometimes. And I feel like he's a little bit more high-strung than some of my other characters. Probably him, or it's been a long time since I made my Catboy video. So I don't really remember that much. I haven't re-listened to it because I haven't planned a sequel for it yet, at least. So I can't remember his personality for sure, but I think it would probably be between Nox and my Neko boy. I don't know if he even has a name. Boomer Audio. New name. I'm gonna have so many nicknames in my server. Salami Audio, Boomer Audio, Slame Audio, Slav Audio, Salami Auto. If I did, I probably said my name. Not my name. My age in one of my streams a while back. But I'm in my mid-20s. I wasn't saying it first when I first started, I don't believe, but now I'm kind of like, Salamander Audit. A new one. Let's see. Ours, Bernie. Yeah, both of you have heard me a little more casual on the phone calls during Final Fantasy. Anastasia, you don't have to apologize for not being able to donate. I don't expect anything like that from anybody. It's always appreciated, of course, but I don't want you to feel like you have to or anything like that. I appreciate just having you here and having fun chatting with you. Skylar, new subscriber. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the channel. Yes, I do know it. I saw somebody asked, oh god, you know what killing stalking is? I do indeed. Okay, ours. I promise I did not actually forget about Finn. I swear last time that I was mentioning him, I thought I said Finn. Ah, Cloud. I just saw people mentioning Cloud. Hello. I'm very behind. Let's see. Let's try and catch up really quick. Okay. See, that's why I don't like getting so behind in the chat, because when people leave, I like to say bye, but and then I miss it when I'm so behind. Anastasia, what's an audio I would never do? I don't know. I don't like saying there's stuff I would never do, just because I like to leave the possibility open. I would say like a true yandere video is probably not anything I will ever do, just because I don't personally enjoy them, and I like my videos to be stuff that I would listen to from somebody else. So, but again, like, I won't say I like hard for sure would never do it, but Salem forgetting his own lore literally every day of my life. Fictional character I think I most like. I don't know offhand. I would have to think about that one. EC, welcome. Hello. I'm glad you can make it. Aurora, I almost said Aurora, but it's Aurora 214. I'm glad you like the background. Yeah, I found this a while back ago. For those of you who haven't checked out Eltreat on Instagram, I have their the username is in the description for the stream. And their work is really nice. I would highly recommend checking them out, because they were the one who made this background and gave me permission to use it, which was very much appreciated. Yes, Ghost Boy. He needs some love too, for sure. He's somebody I do plan on making a sequel for. I don't have an idea in mind just yet, but more Incubus / Demon audios, very likely. He will likely be coming back. I know, I almost don't dox yourself. I know, I almost did. Yes, I am 25, you guys. Barney, stop trying to be all mysterious. Barney keeping me in check. I appreciate that. NB, you're 21. That's not a boomer. 21 is a baby. Nah, Airy the wine ant. I love your place in the server as a wine ant, Airy. That's my favorite. I know, I'm it's because I like to answer like back to everybody, so it's hard for me to like keep up with the chat. Okay. I know I said I was gonna try and catch up a couple times, so let's try and speed around. I might skip over some questions, so if I do, please feel free to ask them again. Okay. Mint Maplewood. Is that the Mint Maplewood? Wow. I'm glad you could make it, Mint. Hello. Okay. Do I practice witchcraft? I do not. I am not. I don't subscribe to any beliefs or anything in anything like that. But it is something I very much enjoy as a concept in fiction and everything. So, another Cardamom and Familiar audio is not out of the question, certainly. People seem to like that, so that's a possibility. It might come back. We stand Kitsune Boy. Yes, I know he's my character, but even even so, I stand Kitsune Boy. I love Kitsune characters so much. Yeah, he will absolutely be coming back. I love Blythe. Niji, I'm glad you could make it too. Okay, I'm almost. I feel like I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Maybe. I'm starting to catch up a little bit. Envy. We're all baby. Yes, pretty much everybody on my channel and server is baby in my eyes. I am having a good day, Dylan. Thank you. I hope you are as well. No worries, Mint. I'm glad you could make it at all. I just saw Ari left. Belated again, but bye, Ari. Thank you so much for coming. Do I have a favorite mod? Of course I don't. I love all of my mods. They're all very, very helpful and very sweet, and I enjoy talking to all of them. Okay, I'm almost there. I feel like I'm so close to catching up. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Okay, I'm gonna call this caught up. Okay. So, again, I apologize if I missed some stuff. Feel free to re-ask questions that I may have missed. Let's see. This channel does have its own Discord server. The link for that is in the description of, I believe, all of my videos, but also for this stream. I don't dislike oatmeal. I'm gonna call it oatmeal because porridge sounds very British. But I wouldn't eat it plain, but I don't hate it plain, but definitely with some brown sugar and raisins is much better. Actually, with a lot of the times I would mash up bananas and what was it? I would put not mashed bananas, but I would put banana slices and peanut butter in it too, and that was really good. But actually, even just like having it sort of like grits and putting some salt in it actually is good too. But again, I don't dislike it plain. Like if that's what I had for breakfast, I would eat it. You're valid, Barney. I've never had overnight oats, but I've heard they're very good. I want to try making them sometime. Yeah, we don't really have grits where I am either, Starfish. It's really more of a southern thing. But I think I've had it like once in my life. And so I try, and some people have sugar in grits, which I cannot do. I tried that and that was not for me. But yeah, so it's very much a southern thing in the US. Kirby, that's so oddly threatening. Read the rules or I'll absorb you. But yes, everybody, please, if you join the server, please be mindful of the rules. It just keeps everything peaceful. Please listen to the mods. They're there to help keep everything calm and running smoothly. Cloud, I rate your cat a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 cat. Of course, Midnight. Well, hello, River. Happy birthday. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good birthday. Ooh, cheese on oatmeal. I won't knock it because I haven't tried it, but I will say it sounds like an interesting experience. Barney, I'm so glad you're enjoying the second book. I'm so happy you're enjoying the Raven cycle. I was so worried you were gonna read it and be like, what is this? What is this garbage? Why do you guys like this so much? What's it like in California right now? I think it's like high 70s-ish. Let me see. Let me check. What's the weather like? It is. It's not even high 70s. It's like mid 70s. 70. It's like 74, 75-ish where I am right now. And that's in Fahrenheit, which is 23 degrees Celsius. 23, 24-ish. For literally the rest of the world. Yeah, grits with salt are okay. I think I prefer oatmeal over grits, but high 70s is actually still a little too hot for me. It's like mid 70s is like the top of my tolerance level. Tales from Verania. I'm glad you enjoy that, Draco. That's one of my favorite series. And solid agree. Have heart forever. Although I don't know if you've heard, TJ Klune is writing a new book in the Verania series that centers around the prince. Oh gosh, what was his name? Prince Justin. Yeah, he's writing a Prince Justin book. which I'm very, very excited for. I didn't like Justin at all from the start, but I grew to love him very much. Yeah, Barney. It does start a little bit slow. I could agree with you on that. Like, I enjoyed that, but I can see why somebody wouldn't. Favorite Raven Cycle character? Oh gosh. I love all of the main. I love all of the Gangsy. For different reasons. I really couldn't pick any of them. Now, if I had to pick a favorite villain, though, Green Mantle for sure. I love Green Mantle. He was so funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's evil, but he had very chaotic energy, and it was so fun to read. Barney, it's always so funny hearing like what you guys consider hot, but also like I'm sure what you guys consider like normal would be like very cold for me. So it's funny hearing the discrepancy between our weather tolerances. I would say my ideal temperature would be, let me convert it to Fahrenheit real quick, or convert it to Celsius rather. Like 65 Fahrenheit is probably like my ideal temperature. Like if I'm going out, like in the house, I like it warmer. I like it at like probably like 70, low 70s, but like outside, like low 60s is my favorite. So I would like 18 degrees Celsius outside would be my ideal for like going out. So I can put on a nice jacket, put on a little scarf maybe. I'm well, okay. Somebody said I'm weak if I think at mid 70s and high 70s is hot. Like, but I used to go to Arizona like twice a year where it was like 110 degrees. So like my tolerance for like heat has just been shot now. I'm just over it. Veronica, I was talking about the Tales from Verania series from TJ Klune, which are very good, but very adult. Like, they're like kind of like comedy fantasy, but they're very crude, which is something I don't normally like, but this author just does it in a way that is so funny that it's very good, but again, very, very adult. So please be mindful of that. Mm-hmm. Greyman, yes, Greyman is a very good character too. And I love just the psychic family is great. Blue, well, I'm glad you could make it. I'll probably, maybe another 10-15 minutes I'll probably go for. Oh yeah, it gets too warm down in LA. All the smog trapping all the heat in. Let's see. Hamsters. I don't dislike hamsters. I'm not personally I'm not particularly rodent oriented, but I don't dislike them. I'm more of a reptile person myself as far as like pets and stuff go. Accessories type of person. Yes, I like to have a fair bit of like jewelry, like rings and necklaces and stuff I like to wear, and scarves and all that. But it's like I like to wear them in theory, but I'm also like a hermit, and I'm a little lazy, so it's it takes a little bit for me to muster up the energy to actually to actually put something nice on. Let's see. Bye, Veronica. Thank you for coming. I don't draw anymore, but I used to. I want to get back to it eventually, but there's just so many things I want to do. Like, I want to learn, like, languages. Like, I'm in the middle of learning Japanese, and then I want to learn Spanish, and then I want to learn how to play the piano, and I want to learn how to play the guitar, and I want to learn how to draw again. And I just, I like to learn new skills. It's just finding the motivation to actually do them. That's the issue. Bye, Cloud. Thank you for coming. Blue, I absolutely agree. Summer is my least favorite season. Honestly, all of TJ Klune's like audiobook authors are so good. Like the person who does the Green Creek series, oh my gosh, is so good. Like, and I've enjoyed his voice for all of the books, but his voice for Ox, like in Wolf Song, like is really just, it's so spot on. It's so good. I've been to San Francisco once as well, Casey, Casey, and I had the kind of the opposite experience. It was like kind of like a mild day, and I went to a museum, and I came out like an hour later, and it was like pouring. The weather there seems very temperamental. Astral, I have. Akka, hello. I don't know if you've. I apologize if you've been here, but this is the first time that I have seen your username pop up. So hello. But I have braided people's hair before because I went to cosmetology school. So I have cut hair, colored hair, lightened hair, permed hair, done roller sets on hair. So I've done a lot of things to hair. Let's see. Hello, Light. I'm so glad those were something you asked for your birthday. I hope you get one of them at least. The Raven Cycle and the House in the Cerulean Sea are both like fantastic books. They're fantastic in different ways, but they're both like some of my favorite books. Good night, Starfish. Bye. Anastasia, I do have tattoos. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. I had plans to get a 5th one, but that did not happen due to all of the shelter-in-place orders and everything. Yeah, ours. I think it's always funny. I've showed, I think only a couple people my tattoos, and it's always funny seeing the reactions. Yeah, I think cat person, I like autumn. I think I would like autumn more somewhere else. Because autumn in California, at least where I live, is kind of just like summer too. It still gets pretty warm here during autumn. I would say winter is probably my favorite season, But then every time it gets like really cold in winter, and by really cold I mean like 50s. Actually, you know what? No, it does get like into like the mid, like I would say like high 30s, low 40s during winter. Like at night here, and that gets very cold for me. Like that's when I have like a pair of thermal socks on with my space heater, with like the central heating on, and I have a jacket on, and I have a blanket on. Yes, Mint, I did go to cosmetology school, which was really a poor decision considering I've always been an introvert, like incredibly. So I don't know why I didn't think about the fact that I would have to be working with people all day, every day in that career, but I didn't. And so I went through it, and then once I actually got out and was doing stuff with customers in real life, I was like, oh, I actually am exhausted all of the time and probably will be forever if I keep doing this. So, and yes, my hair is still pink. Actually, it's so funny. I have some professional shears from when I was in school and working. And it's really hard for me to actually listen to most haircut ASMRs because that scissor sound that most people like, your scissors are not actually supposed to make that sound. And the sound of the hair cutting, like most people in most like ASMR videos, the sound that you're hearing of hair cutting is actually more like hair shredding, which is not good. Like, it's supposed to be a very quiet sound. Like, it is audible, but it's very quiet with good scissors. And so every time like I listen to haircut ASMR, I'm like, oh no, I can hear the quality of these scissors. And so I was trying to test out my scissors the other night for like a haircut ASMR, but my scissors are so quiet that they actually like, even like right up next to the mic, they barely make a sound. Salem gives you a haircut but cuts it too short ASMR. That just sounds like beauty school. Kirby, it's always so funny because I feel like the image that people have of me is not exactly matching up with reality. Aka, yeah, especially with the neck tattoo. Yeah, I have two of my tattoos, which you could technically count as one. It just depends, I guess. But two are on the front of my neck, and then I have one on the back, and then I have one on my like sternum. What is the most out there thing that you've ever done to your hair? I had a mohawk. I used to have a mohawk in beauty school. And there was somebody's character that I really liked, that had, it wasn't like a rainbow, but it was like a, it was like a color gradient that I did for my mohawk. But I've had all colors hair. I've had, like, I did one thing a while back that was it was like a neon green to like a turquoise, to like a deep blue, like gradient going from like top to bottom with like light green on top and the deeper blue on the bottom. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Mohawk was a bad choice for me though. Having that much scalp showing was too cold. I have a couple for covering my tattoos for cosplay. I actually will use I have a few different things. I used to use an airbrush makeup, which worked probably the best, but it also was like the most trouble to lug around and all that. I usually use like alcohol activated makeup, or I have like a can of like spray foundation that I'll use. I think it's discontinued now, but I have not had galaxy hair, no. Mostly because I just don't like to do black, because it's very hard to get rid of. Probably no tattoo reveal. They're very conspicuous. Hey, Barty! Mohawk gang. Okay, yeah, that's really my aesthetic, I think, is goth but make it tired. Yeah, Ari, white and silver hair it looks really cool. It's totally worth it, but it is a journey. So what I would recommend for white and silver hair is like you really need the hair as light as you possibly can get it. I'm not sure if you're in the US or not, so but I just in case, I'll give you some advice for products you can get. I would do cream lightener with probably no more than like 30 volume bleach. Ion has a really good cream lightener from Sally's that I like, and so you can basically use those and probably space it out over a couple sessions. If you're patient with it, I would maybe even do 20. It'll be easier on your hair. But look up a good, of course, like video tutorials and stuff are going to be more helpful than I will be, but yeah, and basically you want to get it like to like a pale yellow, like as pale as you possibly can, and then use a toner over it. I like the T18 from Wella. And then, which I'm just saying this, and you can that way it's like logged in the stream and you can check back if you want a reference, but yeah, and it would be better to overtone and like have your hair accidentally go a little lilac or a little violet than to not have it light enough. And then for the silver, the 7VR, I believe it not 7VR, 7V, I believe. Or let me look it up. Ion silver hair color. They have there's one particular color that I really like from a brand called Ion that's actually like a permanent hair color that's not just a semi-permanent. A lot of the semi-permanents are very like green or blue based, and they tend to not be particularly pretty in my opinion. Ion 7VA is my favorite silver hair color. So some little recommendations. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Who have I cosplayed as? I've been cosplaying for like 10 years. So a lot of people. My favorite cosplay is probably Judal from Magi. Let's see. Akka, that would be so cool for you to do silver or red. If you're tied between the two, I would say silver is a lot of work. If you're willing to do that, do silver first and then do red after, because going red to silver is much more difficult. But if you don't want to, like, I mean, to do silver properly, I would say just on products alone, what I would normally recommend, depending on the length of hair and everything, of course, products alone would probably cost at least $60 to $70. Because you're going to need to bleach it at least a couple times. You're going to need to tone it. You'll need the color, you need purple shampoo, stuff to protect the hair, all that. So Val, was it like from like, was the 20 volume that you got, was that like from like a box kit? Because box kits are very not good. I understand that a lot of people tend to go to them because it can be intimidating getting everything separately, but you really will get much better quality. There's a lot of things that are called like metallic salts and stuff that are in box dyes and box bleach that are very, very bad for the hair, particularly for bleach. And that's also why I like to recommend cream lightener rather than powder lightener. Cream and oil lighteners are much more gentle. Oil is almost too gentle, but the cream lighteners are a good mix. Sorry, this is turning into like a cosmetology tutorial. Yeah, the quick blue sometimes can have that happen. I noticed that with a lot of people that I talked to. The quick blue did. I never much cared for the quick blue because that was something I would find would happen. It would tend to fry the hair. Well, Akka, if you ever want any like help with how to do it or products or anything, like feel free to shoot me a message. I would be happy to help. Goal for the channel? I don't really have a goal. I don't have like an end thing that I want. I just want to make videos that I think that I would like from other people and just have people continue to enjoy my content. That's really it. I'm not one of those people that really likes to be like, I want this many subscribers or views or anything like that, or I want to make an income out of this or whatever. Like, I mean, sure, like it would be great to be able to live off of something that is fun that I enjoy doing and everything, but I just like having a good time with it. I just like making videos, like I said, that are stuff that I think other people would like and that I think I would like if I were watching it from somebody else. Let's see. Okay, gonna try and catch up again because I'm behind, like I always am. Yeah, box bleach and color will be cheaper, but again, it's the quality really is not, it's not comparable. Like, you can get lucky with it, but I mean, like, especially if you're ever gonna have like your hair like done with professional products, you can actually get really bad interactions. We actually had people that where I worked at my beauty supply that had used box color and then would try to use our products. And because of the interactions with the like previous box treatments that they had used, their hair actually ended up like almost like melting out essentially. So I'm always very, very, very wary of box colors. Honestly, it's one of those things that I always recommend. Like if you have a beauty supply or you are able to buy from like a beauty supply that ships online, like it's really always going to be the better option. Mint, yeah, that can happen when you go blonde. The hair like sticking together like that. A lot of the times what that means is there's a protein loss. It means the bleach has basically stripped too much of the keratin out of the hair. So a lot of the times a protein treatment will help with that kind of thing. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, back. It was getting a little toasty in my room. I needed a little more juice. Thank you for coming, Niji. Bye. Ars, I saw your message saying he's gonna ignore me again, bet, but I don't know what I did. I miss something? Oh, the daily reminder. The reminder to download Final Fantasy on my PC. Yes, I will be doing that soon. Soon. I swear. Soon. Bye, Haley. Thank you for coming. Best brand for bleach? My favorite is the Ion Cream Lightener. If you really are set on like a powder lightener, basic white. I prefer white bleaches over blue bleaches. Blue bleaches are just not generally as effective at lightening, and I find the toning really doesn't do anything. Let's see. Ours, I know that I can't imagine, like, because I'm like the 7th hairdresser in my family. So like I've pretty much like never had to like pay for, like, if I didn't want to, I didn't have to pay for like haircuts or having my hair colored or anything. I just, as long as I had the supplies for it, there was always somebody to do it. Of course, the trade-off is then other people always expect you to do theirs, but you know, that's fair. But it's like, it's very convenient. I'm very lucky. How did I keep my mohawk up? A lot of teasing and a lot of got to be glued, that yellow freezing spray. Zodiac sign, mine is Virgo. Ryan, thank you. Everything is well here. I hope you're doing the same. I hope you're doing well. A month before bleaching is like, you don't have to wait that long, just like a day or two. The reason people say you're not supposed to wash the hair before bleaching it is because if you wash it like that day, you'll actually remove the oils from the scalp, and you can burn the skin much easier. It's not actually about the hair. It's actually best for the hair to be as clean as possible. So what I would recommend for people who are like available to do it when they came in is like, wash your hair, don't condition it, and wait a couple days. Then the hair is clean without any conditioner to block the bleach, but then you still get those oils from the scalp protecting the skin. I'm sorry, this is like hair. This is cosmetology school. one live stream today apparently. But another thing you can do to just protect the skin too, you can actually put coconut oil on your scalp and hair, and you can actually let that sit for a couple hours, and you can actually bleach over the coconut oil and it won't affect it at all, which it was crazy to me the first time I tried it. But it does something to the lightener called chelating, I believe, where it has something to do with reducing the protein loss that the bleach causes. So it lightens it, but it does less damage if you bleach over coconut oil. I think a lot of the stuff about coconut oil is it's a lot of old wives' tales and myths and stuff, but that is actually something that will help. That's something that I've seen that's been tested, not just like by me, but like somebody actually did some kind of scientific test on that. my opinion on having viewers from other countries. I love having viewers from other countries. I think it's really cool that we can have a community that's kind of worldwide, I suppose. Bleach smells good. Moonlit. See, I actually like the smell of perm. I know a lot of people don't, but it kind of smells nice. Perm and acrylic solution. Like, I don't want to be too close to it, but if somebody else is doing it in the same room, like I don't think it smells as bad as some people do, I think. Hair that's easily tangled. Tangle teasers. Tangle teasers are by far the best kind of brush I've ever used on tangly hair. Of course, just like a mane and tail actually has a really nice leave-in detangler that works surprisingly well for how cheap it is. So mane and tail detangler and a tangle teaser brush are for sure probably one of the best thing I can think of for dealing with tangly hair. My art style before I stopped drawing was mostly realistic. It was kind of semi-realism. Like, I eventually wanted to get into like a more like toony style, but I was trying to like learn like proper anatomy and everything beforehand. I think I got really solid on drawing like profile and shoulders up like pictures, so I could do like a face pretty well. I had like facial structure pretty, not perfect of course, not great even, but like passable. I had it down, but like I just never practiced anatomy because it was hard. So I just like I could do like pretty passable like heads to the shoulder, and then like everything like below that was just was terrible. Nah, ours all air signs. That's funny. What mythical creature would I like to be? Or would I like to be? Would I like to be real? I mean, it depends on the context of how they're real. I don't want to be like a genie thing. Like I wish dragons were real, and then it's like dragons, like, but like scary, awful dragons. I don't know. I just really like kitsune. I think maybe kitsune I think would be neat. Scented conditioners and shampoos. I try and avoid them. I don't like fragrance in my hair and skincare products just because it's not great for the skin. But like I don't hate it. It's just something I try and avoid. Yeah, I think the whole saturated fat thing did have something to do with the coconut oil, but it's been a long time since I read the report, so I could be wrong, but I think you're right on that, Draco. More Demon Slayer audios? I don't know if I will or not. That was kind of just like a one-off, like for fun thing, but again, I'm not gonna say for sure that I won't. I think I'm probably gonna go, let's do 6 more minutes. I'll stream for 6 more. Kirby, it's honestly, skincare and hair care is hard because there's so much bad information out there. And a lot of cosmetologists aren't interested in the science behind it. They're interested in more, I forget what the name is. You know, evidence that's like not substantiated, where it's just like something like you've seen, so you're like, oh, this is what I saw, so this must be how it works. But yeah, so a lot of hairstylists will give like bad advice, to be honest. So do estheticians. Like, I highly recommend if you can go to a dermatologist rather than an esthetician, unless it's somebody you know is interested in like science-based information. A lot of hairstylists and cosmetologists, in my experience, are not that interested in looking up like why fragrances are bad for the skin, or why you can't use certain chemicals together, or like that kind of thing. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I tried to turn off my mic real quick before I sneezed, but couldn't quite get to it. Oh, dish soap to take off makeup. Oh, that's not good. I will, Anastasia. I promise I'll remember to take care of myself. Thank you. And I hope you do the same. Megan. Megan said I laugh like an old man, but like a cute old man. It's okay. I think I do a lot of the things I do are like I'm like a little old person. Aw, Brownie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I fell out of my soft boy guys with my sneeze. Yeah, I don't have the softest sneeze in the world. Hollow Light, I'm sorry. I know that's why I was trying to turn my mic off real quick, but it was like a very sudden sneeze and I couldn't couldn't get to it. Ledoux, when I first listened to you, I really thought you were some sweet old folk. That's so funny. I know, I'm so sorry. I was really trying to not startle anybody with that. I got like as far away as I could from the mic, but if I move fast, my chair squeaks, so that wasn't any better. Salem is a boomer. I am indeed. Or no, every time I hear somebody talking about somebody else being a boomer, and I'm like, and then their age comes up, it's like, oh yeah, they're a boomer because they just turned 23, and I'm like, oh, I turned 26 this year. I'm like, ultra boomer. Yeah, it's so funny, Astral. I tend to get people always think I'm like either like they tend to think I'm either like much younger or much older than I am. But I think that's also just because like, you know, like what does a 25-year-old sound like? You never really I feel like there's not really like a stereotypical type of voice that goes along with that. Sounds like I'm either between 15 or 65 with no in between. Barney, I don't know. I would say you maybe sound I would say maybe 22. Say 22, Barney. That's gonna be my guess. A 25-year-old sounds like a 21-year-old with fewer bad ideas. Oh my god. That is so funny. Hey, I got it close, Barney. I'm glad. I know, that really is what you do, ours. You befriend ASM artists and then you turn on them. All right. Okay, it looks like it is 5 o'clock. I'm gonna have people showing up at home soon, so I think I'm gonna call it a night here. So it was very nice chatting with all of you. I'm so glad you all could make it and come today. Ari. Thank you, Mint. Have a good night as well. Good night, everybody. Or good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time it is for you. As always, it was very fun hanging out with all of you, and I appreciate all of you coming and chatting and spending some time with me. All right, let's say bye to some. Let's try and catch some names. Moonlit, good night. Faith, bye. Anastasia, good night. Good night, Kirby. Good night, Barney. Good night, Anderson. Julia. Ars. Han. Kiru, thank you. Veronica, Hololight, Spirited, Sophie, Valcor rather. Sorry, let me know if you don't like the nickname Val. I just tend to shorten every name that I see, so I apologize. But Niji, Katie, Ari, Bike, NB. I know ours. It's so hard to keep that S soft, but I'm trying. I swear. All right, let's try again. Ours. All right. So, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.